All right, so it looks like we are back for more. Ducky and the gang wanted some more pain. So what are they deciding to do? You guessed it. It's time to do another paralogue. Or, yeah, paralogues they're called. I had to think about that because there's xenologues in this game too. But no, this is another paralogue. There, lots of important stuff is happening in the story, but Ducky says, let's do let's go on a little diversion. That'll help, Crom feel less depressed. He got some negative feedback on his last eBay sale, and so he's down. Alright, so the map is... I kind of like how... Oh, look at Tiki and Ducky.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey, Marmar. No, he's not Marmar. He's Duck Duck. Or Pee Pee. Ducky Pee.
I'm sorry.
And a P, by the way, in case you didn't know, is a kind of sword. So, Duckapee is like a duck sword. That's pretty cool, right? A duck sword. It's like I think an AP is kind of like a rapier. So, Tiki has not had enough pain in her life, seeing all her loved ones die as she lives on. So she's now deciding to get married and make it even more hard, make it even harder. So it's kind of funny that Tiki is like, yeah, Crom doesn't remind me of Marth. Crom is a bore, an insufferable bore. Marth was cool. You remind me more of Marth.
I know that to love another,
And then she goes back into
I
her
must watch
deep
the world
sleep.
move past him. But such short years make an eternity worth living.
Oh, Tiki. You have so much life left ahead of you. Okay, with that, a new paralogue opens, and it is going to be the dragon child of Tiki and Ducky. Which is kind of interesting because what species is Ducky even? Like, he's Valadar's son, right? Or kid? Valadar's kid? But Valadar's not that human looking. He's all skinny and he looks kind of like Jafar. And Jafar's not really human looking. So, but then something about Grima. I don't know. The lineage is very foggy. Echoes explains that Grima is just a science experiment. Which is pretty cool how they tied that in, but it kind of, it's kind of weird. Alright, so, Disowned by Time is a paralogue that we can do. No, stat boosters here. No stat boosters here. Come on, Anna. How dare you? So yeah, there's very important stuff going on in the mission, but no, we're gonna go check out this crazy looking temple. This temple and see if we can find any children running around. Disowned by Time. Okay. It's really cool looking. It kind of looks like it's underwater, doesn't it? Morgan the child.
Crom.
Ducky. She looks older than her own father. That could totally happen with and look at, she's a Manakete. She has a Dragonstone and she is busted. Look at those stats. When your parents are Ducky and Tiki, you are a monster. She is gonna have some fun here. And she has Rally Spectrum, making her extra valuable. So that could happen in time travel shenanigans, like if the Awakening gang's kids decided to come back, if they waited a few years in their time and then decided to come back, and they were older than their parents, wouldn't that be weird? Like they come back like Lucina is older than Crom, because they all conveniently come back when they're still like younger than their parents and can learn from them, and their parents can mentor them and be like the adult. But it'd be kind of funny if the kids messed up their time travel and they waited too long and they came back to it. They came back too early, and their parents are like annoying teenage brats, and the kids are like the parents. That would be funny. Maybe that could be the next Fire Emblem game with time travel shenanigans. I know that in the Fire Emblem community, having kids, the kid mechanic is very popular. The Fire Emblem community, especially the fans of the that have been around for a while, that have been playing the Fire Emblem for a long time, they love the avatar system. They love having a customizable avatar. They love the dating sim aspects, and they love having children kind of shoehorned into the game. However, whether it makes sense or not, it's very popular with the older Fire Emblem crowd, the veterans of the series. So if they're looking for a new angle, I think it would be cool if the kids came back and had to rescue and were older than the parents and had to babysit the parents. I think that would really satisfy the veterans. And look at Lissa being so useful. Being so useful finally now that she can reach people with her rescue. Let's get Sairi with her buddy. Look at Tharja is one-shotting. She and Sairi is such a good combination. I highly recommend this pairing. I just wish they had a support, because I'm getting nothing out of doing this. But yeah, so I in case it's not obvious, I was joking about all that stuff about what Fire Emblem veterans like. I was saying the exact opposite. So it's funny and clever. I was being ironic. But yeah, we can get Lucina over here to do some stuff, protect my treasure chest. The thief can't get by her, so I might as well kill this guy. He's the only one that really poses a threat to her, but with her Aether, she doesn't even give him a chance. She harpoons him from afar. So we can talk to Morgan, but I don't think we have to recruit her, do we? We might. Is she a green unit? It's harder to tell in this game, which is ironic. But yeah, what made me go into that whole tangent about older kids, the kids being older than parents, is that Morgan looks older than Ducky. So she's kind of like going to be giving him life advice. Ooh, Rally Spectrumed. She could start building a relationship with her mom. Building some support. Oh, look at that. That's how you do it. That'd be fun. They both do this at the same time. Tiki would be like, what the heck is happening? Because Tiki doesn't know that's her kid yet. Maybe she does. Maybe she has like a sixth sense about her dragon children. It really makes you wonder if Tiki has not been married several times throughout the course of history and had kids all over. Because why would she just randomly decide to during the events of Awakening if there was other avatars along the way? So unless she has no desire to keep her race alive, in which case then she probably is just whatever and maybe sleeping. Okay, so Anna can cross this stuff. This is very confusing. Yeah, I don't know if this level's supposed to be. It looks like it's underwater or with ice, but I guess certain classes can slowly walk across. Oh, enough crit, and her first level. Good level. Like father and mother, like daughter. Lucina does not care for this guy. She gets Aether a lot. Level up for Lucina. Ah, there's a mosquito in here. Oh. I feel like this mosquito has been flying around here for days. The same one. How long do they live? Anybody know how long mosquitoes live? Probably been feasting off me this whole time. But, yeah, Lucina and Cherish has been a great combination, just like Chrom and Batman. They really like the extra defense and attack because they got the speed. The Chrom family is speedy in their own right. So there are flying enemies that can sneak in and trip you up, and some same turn reinforcements too. So you have to be careful about that. I have the last time I played this game, Frederick. Poor sweet Frederick. He was sniped by a reinforcement. I think it was one of those Griffin flyers. Came and threw a hand axe at him and killed him. So that wasn't cool. Ooh, super effective. I didn't realize that Dragonstones were effective against Wyverns. Been playing this game for a long time and I had no idea. Another level up for Morgan. And not a crazy good level up, but her stats are good enough. We've taken care of that on our own. So now the thief is a little bummed out because he can't get to my treasure. I can just block the reinforcements here with Lucina. I don't really need to be dealing with griffins flying out and stealing and throwing axes at Alyssa and Frederick and Olivia, who they probably could kill. So I can have Anna walk across here, dance for her. Am I going to use Donald at all this map? Or is this just going to be the Morgan show? Probably the Morgan show. Frederick, can you do anything? We could get, sure. Nice. Nice, Alyssa. And got rid of that physic. Class axe. Good. How'd I get to be so lucky? Alright, well, I was gonna dance for Anna, but then I decided to just keep dancing for Frederick. Maybe they'll start dating. Alright. Time for Morgan to do her thing. Ting. One shot. This is just a regular Dragonstone, mind you. When she gets a Dragonstone Plus, that's when we're in business. She's got that great res. Ting. There comes to a point where you can finally start buying Dragonstone Pluses, which is good. So, because right now I only have one or two. I'm conserving them a little, but once we get to the point where we can buy them, I can just use those exclusively, because I don't think there's any downsides to them. I like how in this game, unlike Fates, you don't get penalties for using them. Alright, Chrom, spirit up. One shot. And we are all just one-shotting today. Darja can't get. Donald can. It's like a game of, it's kind of like a puzzle game when you think about it. Because you need to, when you have a ton of enemies like this, you clear them out one by one. And you try to clear them out with the guys farthest in the back. And as long as there's space to move, other people can keep coming in and helping to clear the way. I like that, doing that a lot in Fire Emblem. When there's lots of enemies and you have to chip away at them carefully so each person is able to attack, because there's nothing worse than leaving yourself in a position where somebody can't attack because they can't reach an enemy, because you either blocked them out or didn't use them first, and then they can't reach any of the enemies that are left. Yeah, that sucks. So always, it's good to move the people in the back first, because they need to attack the enemies closest due to lack of move, which is kind of obvious, but at the same time, it's not that obvious. When I first started playing Fire Emblem, I didn't think like that. All right, so we can go get this, I guess. I could leave Lucina there and give Cherish some action. Maybe get the sparkly. Let's dance for Frederick. I really, really need to turn these dance animations off. But some other time. Oh, how dare you. I need that. That's mine. You can't hit Donald. Oh, Donald didn't have something he could attack with equipped. Shame on you, Donald. Crom will deal with this guy. Alright, well, you can get the thief. I think that's doing enough damage right there. No crit. Even Donald realized how excessive that would be. Strength and defense and HP. And we gotta fortify for Lissa. So yeah, the reinforcements are gonna be starting to come. Look at their move compared to Ducky. Only Ducky has the power. Let's give Morgan some extra action. Yeah, the boss doesn't move, I don't think. They can't get a relationship because they don't talk to each other. Catharsis. Is that like a physic? Yeah, great. That's a good staff. Okay, finally, Anna. A bullion. She has a Dragonstone Plus on her. I should probably make better use of that. So yeah, I'm going to... I should have actually... I'm going to use Cherish to get Anna farther, but I should have maybe put Cherish farther away. And that, because the next turn Anna has to go to her anyway. But I can't be bothered to make those kind of strategic decisions. Oh, there they go. There's our reinforcements. And there would have been one, I think, where Lucina's standing. But they can't come up the stairs because Lucina's standing there. Success. Did she say success? That's interesting. I guess it makes sense. She's supposed to be like the smart one. Lucina is the worried battle ready one, and Morgan's the smart one. And all those other kids that we picked up along the way, they each have their own traits. Their own gimmicks, I should say. They're not really traits, they're gimmicks. But that's what you kind of expect. You can't, with this many characters, you can't do a lot more than just give a character one or two defining qualities. Like in the old games, they were lucky. In the old games, think about all the characteristics, the characterization that had to go into a character like Fire Emblem 1, Cain and Abel. There was just like, they didn't have to come up with these backstories, complicated backstories and personality types and all this clever dialogue. They just said, you're the red one and you're the blue one. And so I wonder if they kind of backed themselves into a corner with having so many units, so many characters, and now in modern times having to come up with backstories and for all of them, which I like, but at the same time I realize it probably makes, development of these games that much more complicated and time consuming. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I could do with a lot less character development for the giant casts, and if it meant getting games more quickly, I would definitely make that sacrifice. Because while I like the characterization the first time I play, after I play once, I tend to just skip through it, and I just care about playing the game. The game is what I think long term matters more, the actual gameplay. So I think Three Houses didn't have a massive cast, so that's one way to do it too. But the characters had a lot of backstory, which is cool. It's definitely cool the first time that you play through the game. It really adds to the depth of the world. So I think they made a good compromise in Three Houses with not having so many characters, but then at the same time, I like, oh, there's the flying reinforcements. At the same time, I would rather have tons of characters, maybe that don't have a ton of backstory, like in Radiant Dawn. So many characters. I like that. I like units that just having so many different units to choose from. But that's me. I don't but yeah, I definitely don't care so much about the like characters that have gimmicks that are overdone. Like in Three Houses, I think everybody agrees how tiresome Bernadetta's shyness was, that became, and Ferdinand's noble talk, and Linhardt laziness, that kind of stuff. So I think whatever they have to do to, if they find themselves doing that, where they just keep going back to a same trait, that would be like Olivia, where she had supports with, well, I guess she does have supports, but if you're thinking in like a Three Houses style, where the supports are much more yeah, I guess that is Olivia pretty much just talks about being shy, doesn't she? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I know there's kind of like a misconception about Awakening and Fates, that characters only talk about the same things. There's a lot of good supports that they talk about that are not that gimmicky or contrived. So I think it's exaggerated that like Olivia only talks about being shy. I know that's not true, but those are the things that stand out, the one characteristic. Oh, there's a level. And while I was talking, we finished. And Ducky and Morgan... Ooh, Naga's Tear. That should keep you safe in the battles to come. It's just an item for one person. No, it should keep that person, make them slightly better. It is a good item. I'm going to have to decide who to give that to, because I definitely don't need to give it to... I would normally advocate giving it to Ducky, the Avatar. but I don't think he really needs it so much. Support, okay. Ducky can talk to his daughter that is older than him, or older looking. Takey can talk to her daughter that looks the same as her. The whole Morgan storyline always kind of confused me. So like she's a kid from a different timeline, I guess, which is odd.
Yes.
I wonder why they did that, went with that, just for the heck of it. Why couldn't she just be from the same timeline? Did they really want to have somebody with what do you call it? I can never remember it. I can never remember amnesia. Did they really want to do the amnesia angle? Naga's tier, max HP and all stats by 2. Look at that. Now that is a stat booster. Why don't they have a stat booster like this in other Fire Emblem games? This would be great on Byleth in 3 Houses. Because I don't think you don't cap stats in 3 Houses like you do in this game. I don't think I've ever capped a stat in 3 Houses. Are the stats 99? Yeah, maybe they don't even have. They just don't max out so low in 3 Houses. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've played 3 Houses actually. I played it a ton. I think I have 300 to 400 hours on that game. But when was the last time I played it? I think I played it last year. I played it in Japanese Blue Lions Run. That was interesting. Kind of cool. But I tried to read it, the Japanese, but then after a while it became way too hard and too slow because of the dialogue, so I just ended up skipping through the story. But I had played the Blue Lions before, so I knew everything that was going on. Yeah, Tiki doesn't need she doesn't need Naga's tier. Crom or Lucina could use it, or Tharja. I probably just won't end up using it. I'll just keep it safely in my convoy. That way I know I have it. Okay. Now look at our gold is spiraling out of control. I don't think any new Annas appeared, did they? So yeah, we got Morgan on our team, and that's actually a child that I will be using. Tharja needs to restock some Nosferatus. She's pretty much fully Nosferatu'd. Donald, I wish I could buy more short axes. I love short axes. That's the perfect weapon for Donald. And they look cooler than the boring old hand axe. So yeah, next time we'll be getting back to the main story finally. Taking things seriously. I think that's it for the children. Unless Frederick and Olivia decide to go out to Starbucks and have a future child, I don't think we'll have any more paralogs, and I'm fine with that because we really need to solve the mystery of the whoever left Crom the negative feedback. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Take care.